The QUT Law and Justice faculty gave students the opportunity to engage in the professional placement program, where they offered an externship to Cambodia. The team that went consisted of the QUT supervisor and representative Jody, our on-site CIS Australian supervisor Sam, 6 justice students and 10 law students. As you can see, we bonded well and enjoyed tackling the experience together as a team. We departed Australia with instruction to meet in Cambodia on the 25th of June. We were there for 16 days with an absolutely jam-packed itinerary between Phnom Penh and Siem Reap. We learnt so much, and by being able to compare Australia to Cambodia was a great learning tool. On the surface, we were faced with big initial differences, such as the food we ate, the way we learnt, and our transport from cars to tuk-tuks. We went with the intention of broadening our personal, professional, and educational horizons through a social justice perspective. While over there, we visited many agencies to learn about how they contribute to the social justice within Cambodia. We'll start with a very brief background of the Khmer Rouge, which has led to the social state of Cambodia today. We'll then have a look at the government system within Cambodia, then to the legal systems, and then briefly touch on the Khmer Rouge regime was a mass genocide by the totalitarian leader at the time, Pol Pot. He killed 25% of the population In our travels, we visited the S21 prison, where the educated members of society were tortured during the regime. We then visited the killing fields, where people were taken and slaughtered to be left in mass graves. Today, they are a form of dark tourism, where people visit and learn. The corruption of the Cambodian government is somewhat attributed to some of the leaders from the Khmer Rouge still being government officials today. To contextualize the atrocities of the Khmer Rouge for a group of justice and law students, we visited the ECCC, the Extraordinary Chambers Tribunal, where members of the Khmer Rouge were being prosecuted for their crimes against humanity. We were lucky enough to be spoken to by both the prosecutor. The other legal agencies we had the privilege of engaging with were the Australian Embassy and an attorney, Sok Sam On, formerly the... A lot of the agencies we visited were NGOs, non-government organisations. The scope of work that NGOs do cover everything from protection and care of victims to the prosecution of crime. The agencies of APLE, ACT, Hagar, the CCPCR and UNICEF were all places that address social justice. NGOs face a host of challenges. They operate in a poverty-stricken country with a corrupt government and a system that doesn't really work. The legal system is reactive and not proactive in its laws and function. Many of the people that work at NGOs are Cambodians themselves. After the Khmer Rouge, the system is rebuilding from the bottom up through re-establishing the education system. In our agency visits related to formal education, we visited the Choice Foundation, as well as the University of Cambodia, and had the opportunity to speak to students like ourselves. In learning about the Cambodian educational system, I was overwhelmed with the opportunities that, through our agency visits, our experiences, and interacting with the people of the public. The experiences of our trip have had a bigger outcome than just a once-off experience. We've decided to establish a charity and make a difference all the way from Australia. It's still a work in progress, but we have big dreams and high hopes for what's to come.
Created using Powtoon.